What is up, everybody? My name is Matt, and I believe that everyone can take professional looking photos, and yes, that includes with your iPhone. Alright guys, so tip number 6 is leading lines. We talked about it a little bit last week, and here I'll show you the picture I took of that guy walking down the path. And basically what leading lines can do, again, this is not something you can do all the time, but it's something you can keep your eye out for, and it can help you tell a story. So if we look at the picture from last week, we see that we have the path. That is our leading line. And that leading line basically helps us tell a story. So this guy, let's say he wasn't walking. We obviously know he's gonna walk to that path towards us. We can see that. But let's say he was just standing out, looking off to the right there over the view. Now our leading line is telling a story. Either that guy is finishing his walk, he just walked down the path, and now he's just stopping to take a look at the beautiful view. Or maybe you can think, oh, that guy's taking a look at the beautiful view, and he's gonna continue on and walk down towards the camera and past the camera, right? So we have our leading lines basically telling us a story and helping us guide our eye toward our subject. So you can see that path brings us right to our subject, okay? So today here in Denver, as you can see, we have this pretty cool bridge. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know what the name is, but let me show you what I'm talking about leading lines here. What's up guys? So I lost a little bit of audio during this tip, so I'm gonna do it from the office, kind of walk you through the pictures I took here. So as I hit play, you'll see my first instinct is to get underneath the bridge. That's what we're talking about, those leading lines, right? We have a lot of leading lines working here. We have the bridge, as I mentioned, the cables even come down from the side, but also we have the fence leading us, since it comes from like wider to skinnier, it actually leads us towards our subject. My first reaction was just to get under the bridge. Let's have that main white part of the bridge pointing down right to our subject. And then on top of that, we have some symmetry. Both sides of the steel, both sides of the cables coming down, creating like a triangle and a little frame around our subject. And then of course the fences are also leading us right to the subject. So that first picture, that was my first reaction. That's a really cool picture. If I took a step to the left, let's say that's just where I was, and we look at this picture off to the left, it's still not a bad picture. We still have the fence leading us, the bridge is leading us down, but you see now my subject is off a little bit, and the leading lines aren't really, they lead you to an empty spot. Your subject's in front of that point. Now it's still a nice picture. I use the rule of thirds. I got the bridge on the left third, the subject and the fence is on that bottom third. So it's still a pretty solid picture. But again, if this was my friend and I wanted to take a cool picture of them, you know, I don't want to go off these leading lines. I kind of want to use the leading lines to draw your eyes to the subject or kind of paint a picture just like that one on the hike. All right, so tip number 6 was leading lines. I hope you guys enjoyed that, those 2 examples, and just being aware of if you have things that look like leading lines, or they don't even have to be lines, you know, sometimes like telephone poles down the street can kind of create that guiding lines to your subject, and you can use those just to create a little bit better of a picture. So again, just being aware of these things before you just take out your phone, snap a camera where you are, you just take a little bit, look around, see if you can see some leading lines. Remember, notice the light. All these tips are coming into one, and we're getting better at photos. So hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff. You'll have photo tips at your fingertips, and I will see you guys next week. Peace!